Yeah. Um, I thought I'd have it figured out by now. It's kind of the truth. I feel like I would. Um, I'm 23, and I guess throughout like all of my life, you look at people, especially when you were younger, like 10, 11, 12, and you kind of think that they have it figured out. I feel like a lot of it is because they did back then, A lot of it was a little bit, I'm not going to say easier, but there were definitely moments of life, especially 2007, 2008, um, not after 2008, but like where you looked up to people because they had it figured out at this age. They went to college, they got jobs, and then they have a house, and then they're out of, like, right out of college. And it's just like, it doesn't seem like that's what happens anymore. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm incorrect, but I feel like as like a person living in Gen Z, you know, minimum wage is 10 7, it's probably still 7.50 an hour in Georgia. There's places that are paying a little bit more, but even $15 an hour like will not get you very far. Um, and I feel like we're just at this point, like work wise and money wise, where it seems a lot more difficult. Not even difficult, it almost seems impossible to kind of build a dream and a life on this planet. I mean, especially in America, it just seems like a very difficult and almost impossible thing to achieve financial stability. Um, and that bird is so close. Anyways, um, and so yeah, I feel like I don't have it figured out. I definitely don't have my life figured out. I don't have my source of income figured out. I don't know anything. I mean, I feel like right now, it's either like go big or go home, and you're kind of stuck in a situation between like making a lot of money, but by doing that, you're working every single day of your life, like 12-hour days, 14-hour days. Even on $15 an hour at minimum wage, you're not gonna survive. Like, even with that, like, there's no way. Rent in Atlanta minimum is $1,600 a month. That's not including a car payment. That's not including food. That's not including gas. That's not including insurance. That's not including, like, and then we're wondering, like, oh, why is Gen Z so lazy? Well, I feel like a big part of it is that we look around and we're kind of told, like, hey, like, you just got to work hard and you can buy a house and buy all this stuff. And maybe that's true. I don't know. I don't know how true it is. I feel like it was true at one point, but nowadays it's such an impossibility. I mean, rent in Atlanta being $1,600 a month, $1,500 a month, like, that's crazy. That's insane. And then you're like, oh, I want to work my job for 40 hours a week, 80-hour work weeks for $15 an hour. Like, what are we talking about? That's like $1,200 every 2 weeks. That doesn't even cover your basic rent. So you have to do that 2 weeks, 4 weeks in a row, and you cover your basic rent. Then what? What do you have? You can't build a business. You can't do anything. I'm very lucky because I live in a situation where my rent's cheap, and you know, I'm not in a bad spot. Like, I live with my parents, and I know everybody my age is living with their parents. I know probably I probably know 5 people total who are between the ages of 20 and 30 that are living on their own with rent paid off. And all 5 of those people, one of them's a nurse, another one is a financial technician or a technician salesman, and he has another business, and he has just another source of income. So he's making just crazy money. I know another guy, he lives outside of his parents, but it's because his parents bought him the house. So he bought a house that's outside of his parents, and they paid the mortgage, and he's paying the rent. But like, if you want to just do it on your own, it seems so impossible. I know people that work 80 hours every 2 weeks. Put that in. And they're just crumbling under more and more financial stress every day. I hate for this video to be like a rant and a, oh crap, like we're screwed. But it is frustrating seeing people that are like, just work harder. Yeah, like it was easier to work harder in the 70s when, or in the 80s or in the 90s when you were able to pay rent and it was $700 a month. And you were still making $15 an hour, probably $20 an hour back then. Like, that's a doable thing. It just doesn't seem doable anymore. It seems like we're in a state of like some people are making it and some people aren't. And I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if I'm the only one that is like, oh, like this just doesn't seem possible. It doesn't seem, I'm not going to even say fair. Fair sounds stupid. It just doesn't seem like it's possible to get ahead. If I were renting, I would just be, what, renting? And then what? Like working? For what? There's no like savings there. There's nothing. You wouldn't be able to build a business. You wouldn't be able to add more to your life. It's like, and I am working. But you know, like I said, I'm in a situation where I'm able to save money. And even then, after all of my savings, it's like 1 to 2 years of my savings could be blown away just if I wanted to rent. If I wanted to rent, pay for insurance, pay for gas, pay for my phone bill, pay for my electric bill, pay for my AC, Wi-Fi, all of that. It's like not including like that literally isn't even including like basic life. So you're telling me that we have to do all of these things, right? And then at the end of that, you still have to like figure out how to have fun and be financially secure. That seems like a load of crap, and it just doesn't seem possible. I thought I'd have it figured out. I thought when I was younger that things were gonna make more sense, and especially financial wise, it was gonna just be easier. And then COVID happened, and then it threw you into this loop. And then, you know, after COVID, it's like, okay, now everything's online. So now you can't even get a job because jobs aren't even accepting in-person applications. They aren't accepting in-person interviews anymore. You have to go through artificial intelligence. You have to go through online services. I applied to be a firefighter. I got rejected in Georgia. I got rejected to be a firefighter. It's one of the things that we desperately need. It's stated everywhere that Georgia is low on firefighters. No one's a firefighter. Georgia's low on firefighters. And it's like, okay, here I am. I'm 6'4". I'm very athletic. I'm able. I'm capable. Here I am able to do all this stuff, and I still got rejected. Right? I'm more than capable of handling that stuff. More than. I knew I would. I mean, it's like, I still got rejected. And that's fine. Okay, I get it. It's life. But here we are going through circumstance after circumstance after circumstance. We're going for online application after online application after online application. It's like a numbers game trying to get a sale for some stupid company you don't even want to work for that does nothing. I know so many friends that work for companies that do nothing. Like literally, they don't do anything. I like asked him, I was like, what's your job? He was like, well, I go and I meet people and I walk around and I send emails. It's like, what are your emails? He was like, well, I just kind of check up on like the people under me and do this and do that. It's like, dude, you're not doing anything. Like your job isn't real. It's not real. I know someone that like literally draws pictures for a living. They're like, yeah, this is real. Like I draw the picture and then they make a final print, right? It's like, what? Your job isn't real. Like you're not doing anything, you know? I know so many people in management positions above me that are literal like incompetent beings that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year for what? They gave me a pay raise at my job for $1. They said, yeah, it's a percentage thing. Yeah. The guy that told me that makes 400 grand a year. You raised my pay by $1. $1. It's like, and then you're like, oh yeah, go be happy. Go work harder. If you work harder, you'll get a raise. For what, $2? That's $8 a day if I'm working $8 more a day. I'm sorry, my $8 a day is affecting your $1,400 that you make every single day. Yes, I did the math. I calculated it out. You work 4 days a week, buddy. And you can be like, oh, I worked hard. Yeah, you worked hard in a time that paid you more money for doing less. It's like, yeah, I can sit here and complain all day. But it's like, you're kind of you're kicking me in the balls here. And it's frustrating because it's like here I am, even asking for a livable wage is like, no, you can't do that. You can't ask for a wage that pays you enough to survive and go pay for an apartment. Like, which would be like $40 or $50 an hour. For everyone. If everyone was making $40 or $50 an hour, I think we all would be able to maintain livable wage. But no, no one thinks like that. No one's like, no, we have to do that. No, that's a stupid idea. Like I climbed up the ladder. Yeah, you climbed up a ladder that was built on a rocket engine, right? I'm climbing up a broken ladder that doesn't even work and it's not going anywhere. If I get all the way to $50 an hour, which would take freaking 30 years by the raising by $1 standpoint, after 2 years of work in there, it would take 30 years to make a livable wage. A wage that I can survive off of. So yeah, it's just frustrating. Sorry to sit here and just complain and yap. And I know there's going to be people, if anyone even watches this video, I know there's going to be people in the comments, oh, you're just not working hard enough. I work 45-hour weeks. I'm sorry you do that, right? I apologize. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You shouldn't have to do that. Your parents didn't have to do that. They did not. Oh yeah, they did. No, they could do that, and they knew that doing that would get them more in life, right? But yeah, I thought I would have it figured out.